What's good? What it do? Welcome back to the Wannabe podcast. Today, this is episode 2. You already know how the deal works. We just gonna talk about what we feel like we talk about. This is Chris Baziah. This is Nate Lowe. Let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about superhero stuff.
Okay.
Just basic superhero stuff. So I want you to answer me this. Today, let's talk about the top 3 most powerful Marvel characters and the top 3 most powerful DC characters, and then put them against each other.
That's wild.
That's wild. So if you want to start, we can start off first. Let's do the top 3 most powerful Marvel characters. Rough.
Because then we're talking about deities. Because there's the one above all,
Exactly.
the one below all, and the protege. That's tough, bro. That is actually a really difficult. I guess I think that might be top 3. And then you go to DC. There's the Presence, Dunrin Leviathan, Lucifer, Kaz.
I'll make it simpler.
That's tough.
I'll make it simpler. That's very tough because there's just also the aboves. They're too good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Top 3 Marvel superheroes and the top 3 DC superheroes, then put them against each other.
We're naming like base Avengers and base Justice League.
So it's not like Reverse Flash and shit
Oh,
or
okay.
like bad superhero. Like it's none of that. It's like actual just themselves.
And not their strongest form, just like base.
Base.
So we got Superman, obviously, Wally West, and I'll keep it to one speedster because it'll be like Wally West, Barry Allen. I'll keep it to one speedster. So we'll go Superman, Wally West, and Captain Atom. Okay.
For DC?
Yeah, I'll go Captain
Atom?
Yeah.
More than Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I think it might be Captain Atom is crazy, bro. That fool imploded Dr. Manhattan. He was like the only one that actually hurt Dr. Manhattan. Captain Atom's wild. He manipulated the Speed Force before.
What about Wonder Woman? She be killing planets, though.
No, she be killing gods, bro. Wonder Woman crazy.
Slayer.
I just think Captain Atom. It's like, so I think it goes, strongest Justice League members go Wally West.
Mm-hmm.
Like, genuinely what I believe, not argument's sake and all that. Wally West, Superman, and then right here, there's 3 characters I think are tied for like third place. It goes Martian Manhunter, Captain Atom, Wonder Woman. And I think it really depends on what the scenario is, but I think more times than not, Captain Atom has a better chance of fighting Superman and Wally West than Wonder Woman or Martian Manhunter has against them. So I think Captain Atom has a chance of being top
Okay,
tier.
that's a good you're making good relations right
good,
there. I like that.
All right, so those are top 3, and then I go over to the Marvel side.
Yep, what are the Marvel side?
We'll go Sentry.
Yep.
Ooh, that's tough. Purely Avengers, I'll go Sentry, Thor,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor. It's tough because then there's like currently Wanda's broken as, bro. Wanda's really broken. That's really tough.
Bro, you got to throw in, if you want to put a good fight, because you named Superman in there, right?
Yeah.
So you got to put some, like, magical power shit in there, because that's his weakness, you know?
Yeah.
We got to put either Doctor Strange or Wanda. That'll throw him off. That'll be a good fight.
Top tier characters. Sentry, Thor, and I'll go Wanda.
Wanda over Doctor Strange?
I think current Wanda's really broken.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
gonna lie. Current Wanda's really broken. And in that scenario, in the comics, I think the 3 DC characters win. I think Wally West is way too fucking strong.
Wally West is just OP. He's gonna have too many. He's too literally. He could probably beat
broken.
1-on-1 each of those 3 Marvel characters, bro.
I think he could beat.
What is Marvel? What are they gonna do with him?
1-on-1? I think he could beat any of the Justice League members too.
Yeah.
Broken as shit, bro. And it was not before. It was like comparing feats and like, oh, Wally West feats, he could beat Superman because of this, and that was like a good argument's sake. But narratively, it's starting to become that way in DC too. Like in the last issue, Mr. Terrific stated to be top 3 smartest characters on the entire planet with Bruce Wayne and Lex Luthor. Mr. Terrific said, like when he was angered, that Wally West and his power source, he's stronger than Superman.
Mm-hmm.
The character issues before that, Savitar blitzed Superman effortlessly. Then Wally West defeated Savitar while playing around with him, saying, I'm going to let you get a head start. Stomped him. Narratively, it's gone to the way that Wally West is the strongest. Feat-wise, Wally West beats Superman. Wally West, really that guy right now on the Justice League. I think he's the strongest Justice League member in base form. No doubt. That guy.
What's the difference between Wally West and Barry Allen, bro?
Barry Allen came way beforehand. He created the Speed Force. He was like the Big Bang of the Speed Force. Created it. Then the Crisis on Infinite Earth. He died giving up his life. Wally West was Kid Flash at the time. Like his mentor. So then Wally West got the mantle, and Wally West was really the one thing people don't get. Wally West as Kid Flash, and then his big tenure as like the Flash, he was really slow.
Mm-hmm.
But then he got over the mental block. A lot of Wally West failures is like the mental aspect, where he got over the mental block, where he was afraid of surpassing Barry. He's afraid of picking up the legacy. Continuously just gets stronger, faster, better feats. Continuously just keeps going. And I think Wally West became the greatest Flash of all time. Wally West as a character is really similar to Peter Parker. Peter Parker and him are like the comic relief, super funny characters, but they're also the ones that are super emotional and they'll cry. They'll fail to save one kid, and Superman will be really sad about it, but then later he'll be like, oh, it's the way of life. Like, Superman will be hurt, pissed off, but he will still be like, oh, it's the way of life, I have to continue and all that. Wally West and Peter Parker will continuously cry about that child for like months, and it will affect them like terribly, bro. They can't get over the simple fact of failing one child. So I don't think Wally West really is one of the GOAT superheroes, bro. Like, he's dope as shit.
That's dope, bro.
That's super sick.
I accept that. So you're telling me the top 3 are gonna be cause fucking Flash, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how can you even stop? Flash can probably defeat. Like, if he's at his strongest form, I don't think anybody can literally stop him.
He's really
Name any character that can stop him.
Bro, like, at that point, the defeat characters that are that so much faster. It's not even just being so much faster. It's using the speed. Like, Wally West can steal your kinetic energy, right? So let's say Superman's light speed too, and they're both running or fighting. Wally West has the ability to steal kinetic energy, where he'll leave Superman. Faster. Yeah, he'll take Superman's speed and give it to himself so he gets faster. Yeah. And Superman gets frozen in place.
Damn. He has that takes it from him.
So to beat someone like that, you just have to transcend them. Like, just transcend them. Like, it has to be like a god, deity type of character where, like, the concept of speed is nothing to them because they'll just, like, wave their hand and destroy a multiverse, you know? So there has to be characters that, like, transcend them. Yeah. Be, like, higher deities and, like, so forth. But, like, people that are on the same realm as them, that don't transcend them, it's really hard to beat a character at that level. That's just broken, bro.
What about Wally West, huh? What was I gonna ask? I was gonna say
make this whole speedster podcast, bro. Bro, it's broke, bro. It's broken because it's like Wally, like, when he fought Amazo, like, fucking up the whole Justice. Amazo has the ability to copy Justice League members' abilities, so he copied Superman, Wonder Woman. He has all that shit, even the Speed Force. Wally West, pissed off, vibrated his hand into his head and took out his brain. Pissed off. The robot. Just took out a robot brain.
Hold on, this is my question.
Held it right here.
Because he's so fast, huh? My question is this. Wally West is so fast, he can affect time, right?
Yeah.
Like, he can literally reverse that shit.
Yeah.
What if we put him against people that control time, like Kang and Doctor Strange with the Time Stone? Can that affect him in any way? Because he has to run and, like, do all this shit just to reverse time. Doctor Strange just got like that.
Right.
But he's fast enough he can stop Doctor Strange.
I was about to say, like,
but what about Kang? Remember, Kang can literally just think about it, and it will happen.
Is Wally West moving faster than what Kang could think?
Kang, I don't know. Did you see how he was, like, literally disappearing and everything, and then coming back?
But think about it.
Who's faster?
Kang is thinking. Wally West's movement and his perception, is he faster than what Kang could move at? Because, like, Barry Allen. So Barry Allen's not as fast as Wally. Although I think they are relative. People really underrate Barry.
But hold on, let me ask this.
Yeah.
So you said he moves faster than what Kang can think.
Right.
But the way Kang thinks, he doesn't actually think. It just happens.
It's autonomous.
Because it's already time.
Yeah, it's autonomous.
So literally, if he wanted something to happen, he would be behind, like, his older self and make it happen.
Because he's able to see, like, the present, future, and all that. He's able to, like, conceive all that.
Yeah.
In those instances, I don't think, like, the Flashes, they're not... Because they refrain from using the speed a lot. Like, Barry and Wally, they don't like using the speed. Like, to go, like, travel through time because...
So that's why we saw it in the movie. Yeah, he was, like, hesitant.
Yeah, because there's sometimes, like, there'll be instances where they'll do it and there's no effects. But a lot of instances when they, like, affect a pressure point of time, it fucks everything over. Like, it really ruins shit. Like, when Barry Allen went back to save his mom, created Flashpoint, one of the craziest events in DC where it changed practically everything. Like, everything got changed. Even Superman's story.
Batman's story, right?
Batman's story. Bruce Wayne, dead. Thomas Wayne instead. Clark Kent doesn't exist. Kal-El is underground just literally stick and bones, no sun.
But that's for Flash's storyline, right?
Yeah, Flashpoint. But that's what him just saving his mother, changed every single thing. So like they try to refrain from using time. There'll be moments where like Death couldn't catch speedsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had no concept, no way to like kill speedsters, no way to like because Death could form itself into like a conceptual being. So Death had no way to catch a speedster. So Death created a speedster, like a black racer, the Black Flash, right? So there's like a zombified speedster chasing down Wally West. So when it touches it, it kills him, right? What Wally did is he ran to the very end of time. Just ran straight to the end of time where nothing existed no longer.
What the fuck? He did that?
Ran to the
That
end.
doesn't make sense.
Ran to the end of time where nothing existed, and then the black speedster, literally vanished midair. Because when there's nothing that exists at the end of time, the concept of death doesn't exist because there's nothing to die.
There's nothing.
There's nothing to die. So the concept
Bro,
of death. So
this motherfucker's cold.
Cold as shit.
Dog.
Bro.
That's actually like that. That's just OP, bro.
No, broken as shit. I think.
So you're telling me he can travel to any time because he's so fast?
Bro. At one point, he was placed in the way past and fought against he was placed in another speedster's body. He fought against a speedster velociraptor. Like a velociraptor got infused with the speed force and is chasing him down. In the Jurassic era.
How does he travel? I don't understand that. How does he travel? Okay, I can understand traveling back a few seconds, like in the movie where he was like going so fast because he let it happen and everything disappeared. What the fuck? How does he travel in the future? That doesn't make sense.
Just like being able to run there.
Yeah.
So at one point he wasn't able to just do that with raw speed. There's a cosmic treadmill, but then at certain points they're able to run. So this is how Mr. Terrific explained it when he was explaining Wally being stronger than Superman. Is that no law of physics, nothing applies to you. You are just it's just like he's practically nonsense. It's like that's at the point of how broken he is.
Where science doesn't even matter no more.
Science doesn't they'll still apply science. Like there's the flashbacks that Barry uses where he applies it moving at this speed, I can hit you with the infinite mass punch because I'm moving at light speed. My punch will be like infinite mass because you're the light speed and all that. Because you're massless and then you have infinite mass at light. And then so there's little flashbacks that they'll incorporate, but the laws of physics don't apply to them because of how broken they are. Like how much faster than light they'll go. Like what will happen.
That's dumb, bro. That's insane.
It makes no sense, but it makes a lot of sense.
Right? That's okay, now saying that with the Flash movie, how are they going to be able to put any of that into a movie setting, bro? Like, how are they going to make that look cool?
What I think it is it's not even, how they're going to make, I think at that point, it's not even just, trying to make Barry. I don't think they should nerf Barry. I think they should just give him a strong-ass villain. Keep it a buck with you. Because a lot of times with the characters, when they get, these villains, they nerf them. Like crazy. They make them a lot weaker than what they were supposed to are.
Yeah.
Drax is nothing compared to what Drax is in the comics. Just
comedy.
Bro, I don't think they should nerf Flash because that desperately ruins his character. Because a slow speedster that trips and stumbles and always giggles about it, that shit ain't dope. People hate that. Seeing Barry just keep tripping and falling at some point, it might be
joke to his character.
Yeah, bro.
Disrespectful.
We watched Snyder Cut and I was like, okay, he did some cool shit, but he was still stumbling, falling. Aquaman, bro, even was looking at him like.
Yeah.
So at some point, if you make a whole movie and he's still stumbling and falling majority of it, people aren't gonna like that.
Yeah.
I think you just got to give him a strong ass villain. Bring in Reverse Flash.
And you got to give him his shine too.
You got to give him
because
his shine.
he has a shine in the fucking comics. Why don't he have a shine in this movie?
He's a fucking monster in the comics. So it makes no sense for you guys to make him into a little goofy. Because they're trying to make Barry Allen to what Wally West was, but it feels like they're trying to make him into what Wally West was when he was younger, not what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird. I don't think they're ever bringing Wally West.
Never, bro.
I don't think so. Which is kind of whack because before 2010, Barry Allen was dead for a really long time, for decades. Wally West was the Flash. Mm-hmm. Everybody that read comics or watched the shows or watched those movies, everybody at that time knew Wally West as the Flash. But after 2010, they brought back Barry Allen. They got rid of Wally. Mm-hmm. So all the new DC movies came out, the Marvel movies came out, and people started really getting into the comics. So everybody thought of Barry Allen as the only Flash. So then no one recognized Wally. Wally wasn't even recognized as a Flash. He just got completely left out of media when he was he took the tenure from Barry Allen and he became that guy, bro. He really changed. I liked Barry Allen, but Wally West made me love
The Flash.
The Flash, bro. Wally West made me love the Flash. Super sick character, bro.
And they can expand on the stories and all that,
Bro,
you know.
super
Way
sick.
better. All right, bro. Let me ask you a couple of questions right here. I got some shit I want to talk about. More about superheroes. So going off of that, when we talk about the top 3 Marvel and the top 3 DC, we already know that DC got some crazy superpowers, bro. Look at the Flash. It's just insane, and his feats are crazy. So you tell me, what are the top 3 most overpowered superhero powers?
Overpowered?
Yes.
So individual power. There's some crazy
The
shit,
top 3, like where it's like, what the fuck is that?
I'm gonna go with like base powers, because then people are gonna be like, oh, being omniscient, omnipotent, which is like just omniscient, like all the knowledge, and that's not fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna go baseline powers.
Like the base character, you know how the base
Basically, yeah, I'm going base
superheroes
powers, yeah.
and their powers.
You know what I think is really overpowered?
Let's start at number 3.
I think luck manipulation, bro. Being lucky,
Mm-hmm.
like we see in like Marvel comics, bro. Literally, fucking broken beyond belief, bro. You can walk into an atomic bomb area and that shit'll set off, and somehow like a bird will just fly in, knock the bomb over it. Then another bird will come in, pick you up by like it makes no sense, but it's pure luck scenarios where everything just plays out to your favor, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's crazy. I think the Speed Force is one of the most overpowered aspects of power ever. Like, it's absolutely broken what you can do with the Speed Force. Bro, like, Superboy Prime, one of the most powerful characters in DC Comics. Without a doubt, Superboy Prime is one of the most powerful characters in comics. And to defeat him, there was multiple Kryptonians fighting him, looked like nothing. The entire Green Lantern Corps looked like nothing. But to defeat Superboy Prime, they pushed him into the Speed Force and left him trapped in there. Mm-hmm. One of the most powerful characters in DC Comics left the Speed Force and was terrified of a speedster because of what they could do with the Speed Force. So I think Speed Force, like just being connected to the Speed Force, is one of the most overpowered.
Number 2, then number 1. What's the most OP? What do you think is the most OP, bro? Let me throw something in.
Go ahead.
Now Marvel's, I think just being eternal, not the Eternals, but anything that makes you eternal, that's got to be OP.
Like immortality.
Immortality, just not being able to die. Think about it. Thor, can Thor die?
Bro, it's not even, bro, talk about characters like Wolverine, Deadpool, or like Lobo.
He gets sliced and just regenerates.
That's true immortality, bro. Like,
right?
Wolverine in the comics came back, or Lobo, both of them, came back from being a blood drop. Erased
And still.
from a blood drop.
That's
That's crazy. It's not even like, because the Eternals could still die. They just have like age.
Yeah.
A lot of people misunderstand about immortality, because I saw people arguing about it in the comics. My comment section once was, I said like a character like Wukong has like different types of immortality, and everybody's like, bro, you stupid. There's only one type of immortality. There's not. There's different types of immortality. There's immortality instance where you can live to the end of your days, like till the end of the universe age, but you're still able to die.
Yeah.
Someone could kill you. There's the immortality like Logan, where he cannot die, where they'll keep cutting him, cannot die, he keeps regenerating, but he can still die of old age.
Yes. Exactly.
So there's different types of immortality. There's the immortality where like Deadpool was banned from hell, or Lobo was banned from heaven and hell,
and they can't die.
He literally physically cannot die. There's very different types.
Would you
of immortality.
agree though? That's like that's got to be the top.
That's top dog. It's not like overpowered like Deadpool or like Wolverine can't fuck with like high tier characters. But if you bring that immortality and get someone that's intellectual like Batman, at that point, bro, like Wolverine lives so long that the Phoenix Force once infused with him. You give immortality to someone that's really smart, bro. At some point, they're just gonna be complete gods and decimate everything. They're unkillable. Just get more powers and more powers. Like give Bruce Wayne, he gets the Phoenix Force. So Bruce Wayne gets the Phoenix Force, super smart. Defeat him, still alive with the Phoenix Force. Gets another power. Like that is really broken. I agree.
Yeah.
True immortality.
You gotta do mortality like that. Immortality is kind of crazy.
Really
What about like controlling time? That's got to be another.
Controlling time is really broken. But then like I feel like Speed Force is just more broken than that.
You think so?
Because
it includes time
and everything else alongside.
And then you're fast as fuck.
And
you can fight. Time is more like you manipulating time.
Time
That's
is really
insane.
broken. You can put that above like the luck manipulation. I just think luck is so fucking corny but so sick. Like it or like I guess it's called probability manipulation, but like it's broken as shit, bro.
I feel you on that. But yeah, I think that immortality thing is definitely one of them that is like just too OP. What I want to talk about next is, so we did the 3 versus 3, right? And we talked about the top 3 most overpowered right here. Let's talk about this. More superhero shit. We could talk about like I saw one of your TikToks. DC Earth versus Marvel Mutants.
Right.
And you said
The mutants. I think the mutants will beat DC Earth.
Yep. Yeah. And then you said Marvel Mutants can defeat even Marvel Earth, right? Or something like that.
I think the mutants will beat like the Avengers because the majority of what people argue
are the mutants in the Avengers? Only in some comics, right? They're mostly their own thing, especially like X-Men. Are Fantastic Four mutants? No, they're in the Avengers, huh? That's why they run. They
have their own squad, but they run with more of the Avengers than the mutants.
Yeah. Who are the fucking mutants?
Mutants are like
Wanda's a mutant.
Yeah, but they changed their story. But then like I consider a mutant. The thing is with like the mutants is X-Men have some like X-Men are made up of mutants, but it's not the totality of mutants. There's so much more mutants that don't agree with the X-Men, that are against the X-Men, and there's like really powerful beings. So when you consider the Avengers, there's Thor and like characters like that. The Justice League are people that want to defend Earth. So it's like Wally West, Superman. But when you encompass all the mutants, there's characters that are like the Marquise of Death, bro. Like it just transcended all, and they kill legitimate gods that you guys argue that can defeat the Justice League. Like Dr. Manhattan, you guys say beats the Justice League. You can argue Marquise of Death stomps Dr. Manhattan. Like he has feats that are way above what Manhattan displayed in the new comics. So I don't know. I think encompassing the entirety of mutants is broken as shit.
That's true. There's a lot of mutants, right?
There's a lot of mutants in Marvel.
Marvel got a lot of characters.
All these powerful characters are either mutates or mutants.
Are there more characters in Marvel than DC? I think there is, right? That's what they're talking about.
I feel like it's the same shit, honestly. They're all like copies of each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They all like start copying
each other. They all fucking copy each other, bro.
That's what it really feels like. Deadpool, Deathstroke, Thanos, Darkseid, Sentry, Superman,
Flash, and
Quicksilver.
That's insane.
Every character has a carbon copy, bro.
Let's move on to the next topic: the Marvel superheroes versus DC villains. Can Marvel superheroes stand any chance against these crazy ass DC? I think DC villains are way stronger and more OP than
I think they
Marvel.
do tend to be stronger. I think the DC villains have a better chance of beating the Marvel heroes. I think so. Because then like I'm looking at DC villains, Reverse Flash, Doomsday. Because like at this point, I know people will be like, "But what'd you just no?" The entirety of mutants, they're not heroes, bro. Like the ones I'm considering that are super evil, like Marquise of Death, he's not defending Marvel heroes. He's not fighting against the villains. So we're like looking at probably like X-Men, Avengers,
superheroes. We're looking at superheroes.
I think the DC villains have a better chance, bro.
Yeah,
I really do. Cause
like
there's
who are the top 3 DC villains?
Probably Doomsday, Reverse Flash, Black Adam.
Black Adam?
Black Adam's a boss, bro. Full fight Shazam and Superman at the same time.
And then also we don't get to see Darkseid, his life equation. Like what does
that
even mean?
I didn't even think of Darkseid.
Like what does that even mean though? In the comics, have we even seen anything that he does with the life? He gets a life equation and just literally just.
Oh, when he gets the anti-life, I mean he's like, I don't even think that's fair, bro. That's like getting Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet and keep it above.
It's just like he's gonna get what he wants, but like it's not fun. When we talk about super villains, like people that have stories and shit that are like against other superheroes, you know.
I'm trying to think of like people like on Earth that fight against these.
Like imagine Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Who the fuck on Marvel superheroes can defeat that?
Bro, no joke. Reverse Flash is fucking up a lot of Marvel heroes. Bro.
Probably every single one, like one by one.
He's fucking up, bro. That fool is and he can't even die.
Exactly.
He is I forget what it's called, but he's a time paradox. Because what he did when he went back in time, he fucked everything up. So he's died multiple times where Dr. Manhattan fucking just killed him straight up. Comes back an issue later. Like, it does not, like, he cannot die. He's a time paradox, so he'll continuously come back. And it's the same fool that killed Godspeed. The same fool that fights against Barry Allen. Same fool that takes on Superman and Wonder Woman at the same time. Reverse Flash is broken, bro. And then we have Hunter Zolomon, Zoom, Wally West, Reverse Flash. That fool took on the entire Justice League at the same time.
Exactly, bro.
And
then Marvel superheroes can't even touch Justice League because of Superman, and then the Flash as well.
I think the Justice League beats the Avengers without a doubt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The main 6 Justice League characters
versus the main 6 Avengers. Justice League fucking
wipes them, bro. wipe their nose.
You know what's funny about all this though? I think that's like super funny is that usually when you make this like content that's revolving around these superheroes and shit, like usually stick to people on TikTok will stick to one side, like they'll defend the DC characters to the life or death, or someone defend Marvel characters to life to death, and they'll just get like their mass following will be all the DC fans or all the Marvel fans. So every time they say like Sentry beat Superman, their content will be everybody agreeing with them. Or the other side they'll say Superman beats Sentry, everybody agrees with them. I'm so in between where I'll say, oh, the mutants beat DC Earth, no doubt, and then another one I'll say the Justice League beats the Avengers, no doubt, and like I'm so in between it all, I just get shit from every single side, bro. I'll get comments telling me like you're biased for DC, and another one you're biased for Marvel, but like I'm always keeping it a buck, bro. Like I'm not just saying one side beats the other, bro. I think Wally West is my favorite character ever. I don't think he beats like certain high level characters like the Marquis of Death.
Yeah. But that's the thing about TikTok, bro. People won't watch they'll just see you on their For You page and then comment strictly off that.
Yeah, they won't even try to understand. They won't understand your perspective. They won't try to understand it. Yeah. They're just viewing it from their perspective, and they're like, that's wrong.
Who cares, bro? Who fucking cares, though?
Who cares? Yeah,
like, bro.
No, I'm just saying, that shit's funny.
It is funny. It's crazy, bro. All right. We talked about all that. So basically, what I want to talk about now is last to close it off. What do you think? Like you said, it can go back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. What between DC and Marvel? This is I want a definite answer. No beating around the bush. We got to get the definite answers. Between DC and Marvel, who has the better plots and stories?
I like DC's better. I enjoy DC comics better than Marvel. I do like Marvel's a lot, and I feel like Marvel. So one thing I noticed about Marvel, they write their cosmology better. I think people that argue between cosmologies being higher than another, I think that's corny as shit. But I think Marvel writes their cosmology, so like they're higher ups, like their multiverses, their like god tier like realms and all that. I think they write it and display it at a better level.
Like the bigger picture, you mean?
Yeah, they display the bigger picture. It seems a little better than how DC does it, although DC does a good job too. Marvel just does a really good job with it. I just enjoy DC plot, DC stories a lot better. I enjoy reading their comics more. Like The Killing Joke, Under the Red Hood, Flash War. I enjoy reading those a lot. Yeah. Kingdom Come. I enjoy reading those a lot.
But we got to agree that Marvel is doing a better job displaying it on the big screen.
Oh, 1000%.
Taking stories that are relatively boring. Let's talk about like Iron Man, Captain America.
They fucking revamped Iron Man.
Right?
Bro. They made Iron Man a dope ass in a fan
He was
favorite.
boring in the comics.
No one fucked with Iron Man at that point.
Shang-Chi. Like, imagine these stories that are just like, what? Like C-level fucking superheroes?
Bro, Iron Man was not what he was at all, bro. Before the MCU, Iron Man was not what he was, bro.
Isn't that interesting how Marvel took those characters?
I fuck with it, bro.
Right? That's crazy.
They saw like I feel like they saw like what could look better, like what could look better on the big screen.
That's smart, yeah. That's true.
Because like they have a character just like building a shit in a cave, and you're like, damn, that's hard.
That's hard.
That is hard, bro.
And then you put in like a cool story behind it.
They just really planned their shit out. DC
smart.
It's so stupid because I enjoy DC shows, DC animated movies. All those are better. It's just that they fumbled on live action movies so hard, and that's the big money maker right there.
Yeah,
that's what influences a lot of fans' opinions, because a person that doesn't like watching these comic fights, they'll still see Endgame.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like look at all these people that aren't comic book heads, like me. Like I wasn't a comic book head. I'm just a lover of like movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. So imagine people like me that freaking look at the hype that Spider-Man has, bro. Outside of people that like comics, look at the hype and like the popularity that it has.
Spider-Man, I think, is the second most iconic character of all time, bro.
Literally
comics.
Everyone wants to watch that new movie.
Everybody and their mama knows Spider-Man.
That was episode 2. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys want us to talk about. Don't forget to share. Follow us on TikTok. Literally, just go to our link tree. Everything's there. We got YouTube, TikTok, and now we on Spotify. So you already know where to find us all. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday like we said, man. And if it picks up, might as well just do 2 a week, you know? Ooh, something. Just please share it with your friends. If you enjoy our TikToks, please share the podcast. We're trying to make this a full-grown ting. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make this whole podcast blow because we taking this shit serious now. Back then we used to do just little videos and all that for little TikToks and YouTube, but we taking this podcast because it's in our name, brother. We got Wannabe Podcast for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Like I said, please share it with your friends. And thank you for listening.